it's me, OGDuffy. Just popped into my local town because I bought some games on CEX online. And this one, brilliant game, Eternal Sonata. Come without a manual, unfortunately. So I'm returning it to the local store. And I thought while I'm down here, I'd have a quick scavenge around the charity shops because I've got a spare hour. And I thought I'm also going to set myself a little challenge in the CEX shop. Last time I did a challenge, it was the £20 challenge. There's the thumbnail right there. If you've not seen it, go and take a look at that. It's how I flipped £20 and made it into a bit more. But this time, I'm going to set myself a challenge. How many games can I get for a £5? Now, when I say games, I'm going to try and get something a bit retro, distinctly retro. And I will include sort of PS3 titles and PS2 and all that sort of stuff. But how many for a £5? So, without further ado, let's go. Let's see how many games I can get for a £5 and if I have any good charity shop pickups. Hey!
So looking in the window here at the store, as you can see, loose cartridges. Don't do loose carts. And these Megadrive games wind me up because they just show them on the side. You never get to see the prices. Not a bad range there. I mean, a silver PS2. Looked very tidy. I'd have had it if it was boxed. Or maybe I wouldn't, I don't know. Anyway, here we go, the usual PS2 titles. Always in very good alphabetical order here in this local store of mine, so I can't complain there at all. Some interesting titles, going through here. This one here, right, ready? Taisho Legends. Obviously, I love my arcade games, Rainbow Islands, you know, Operation Wolf. I did that in a Versus video. There's a thumbnail there if you haven't already watched it. And of course, Space Invaders, Bubble Bobble. That was £8. Should I have invested in that one? Let me know in the comments as always. Continue looking at the PS2 titles. I do like the PS2 titles and always try to pick a few up when I can. I already got this, but I haven't got it on like the silver label. I've got it on just sort of the original label. So, are silver labels worth collecting? Let me know. Now, do stick around to the end of this video because I'm going to show you lots of pickups, and I mean lots and lots of pickups. Obviously, for this challenge in the CEX shop is how many retro titles I could get for a £5. So we'll see at the end whether I made it. Teenage Zombies. Weren't aware of this one, never heard of this title before. Had a look at it. No idea what that's all about. Passed up on it though. I'm still keeping my eyes open for that Indiana Jones and the Staff of whatever its title is. Looks like a point and click on the DS. Still haven't seen one with a manual in it in CEX. It's not an expensive title, but I will keep looking. I will eventually find it. Anyway, still looking on. Like my little DS titles, I think they're little tidy cartridges actually. Nice on the shelf. Nice collectible pieces. But nothing really struck me here. Just going through the average. Usual titles. Charity shops though. I'm getting DS titles in the charity shops, but it's always the same stuff. Professor Layton, not Layton, but the other one, you know, Brain Training and all that. They're alright, but they're £2 a penny. Here we go, PS3. Now, recently I've fallen back in love with the PS3. I've been playing quite a bit of PS3 lately, and I've got some really great titles on this that are very well priced at the moment. So if you're not doing so already, do jump on board with the PS3. There's some great games to be had. Graphically, I think it's still a really impressive console, and when I watch it and play it, obviously I think it's amazing. I mean, there you go, look at that, you know, £3 that was. It's just a brilliant title. £1.50, Brutal Legend, you know. And I'm a metalhead, so, you know, great soundtrack on that, but I've already got it, so I passed up on it. But like I'm saying, do jump on board with the PS3s. Look, 50p for Brink, a shoot 'em up. Even if you play it for 10 minutes, it's a bargain. Okay, this is the first charity shop on my town visit, and as you can see, DVDs are plenty. Very gutted here, absolutely nothing.
Not a thing.
Not even a copy of FIFA. Second charity shop I visited. A few 7-inch singles there. Some Blu-rays. And some DVDs. But again, not a single video game in sight.
No more games.
Now, you always see FIFA everywhere. I mean, this is my second one. And not a FIFA. Amazing. Another one here. There you go. Your first female Doctor Who doll there. Some like pencil cases I saw, looked at them. Again, nothing major, is it? You know what I mean? This interested me, obviously. It's the Millennium Falcon. I've got the original toy one of this, the Empire Strikes Back edition. I've still got the box. Again, it's in that infamous garage of mine. I really must start getting out there and check that the mice haven't gone and eaten it, because they do like a cardboard box. Again, you had your usual DVDs in here. Bric-a-brac, general coffee machines, all that sort of stuff. But guess what? Again, not a single video game in sight.
Not even one.
Listen, in charity shops where you live, are you visiting quite a few and not even seeing a copy of FIFA on the shelves? I mean, when you can't even find a copy of FIFA on the shelf for a charity shop, I think it's very sad times. Now, there's the video Willow there. I really love that film. Good little film, Warwick Davis. Watch it if you haven't already done so. Nice little fantasy film. And this was the last charity shop on this visit, on this town. I've got some other charity shop footage coming up of from my workplace. But again, yes, you know what I'm going to say. Not a single video game.
Not a video game.
There's nothing. The market has really dried up. It's crazy. Let me know in the comments. Are you guys struggling for pickups? Or is it just me? Was I just having an off day? Let me know. So I started walking down my high street, and as you can see, it was very, very moist, but it was bloody hot. It was really close, very stormy, you know. But then I found this little shop. It's like a Cash Convertors, but it's sort of an independent shop. Had a big range of consoles in here, and I thought I'd videoed them, and obviously I hadn't when I come to put the footage together. I don't know what went wrong, but hey, I didn't get them. But they had some nice consoles. They had a good lot of setup. Had some Sega Master Systems. Had a Megadrive. Had good PS3s, PS2s, and PS1s. A GameCube as well. So had a nice little setup of used consoles in there. Not the cheapest, mind, but you know, plenty to be had. And as you can see here, quite a decent range of 360 titles and PS3 games. They had a good range of PS1 also. So it wasn't a bad shop overall. Comparing their prices generally to CEX, they were pretty much on a par. But I found it was weird because some of their titles were dearer and some were cheaper. So you had to sort of do a bit of homework here if you were going to purchase, you know, and quickly just use the CEX app to check you were paying the correct price, so to speak. But it was a good little find, a good little shop. Plenty of PS1 titles there, as you can see. You had your PS2, they had the usual suspects in there and all that sort of stuff. But all in all, it's nice to have another shop like this in my town. There you go, Midway Arcade Treasures for £2. I mean, I will tell you, I did pick that one up. It's a bit of a spoiler there, but I did pick that one up because, I mean, all them classic arcade titles on one disc for that price, that's just crazy money. There we go. Looking along these PS3 titles there, the Saboteur stick out to me there. Because I've got it relates to a future Versus title is all I'll say at this time. Okay, so looking along, there you go, Injustice there. Now, as you know, I love me comics and I'm a DC fanboy. This was your Xbox One stuff, and obviously you've got your PS4 as well there that they're selling. More modern, of course. I'm not really buying a lot of that because it's not, to me, it's not cheap yet. Nintendo Switch titles here. A few of them there. Cat Quest, £18. Not really heard of that. I wonder if the missus would like it. Anyway, now these are charity shop pickups, but this was a completely separate day. And these were in Faversham, where I work in Kent. So I managed to have some pickups this day, actually, which was good, about a week later. That for £1.99. I didn't pick it up. I don't collect Sony PSP games at the moment. I mean, I've got too much collecting of other stuff going on. Should I pick it up like £1.99? Good price? I don't know. There we go. Nintendo DS titles. There it is. That Art Academy, or whatever it's called. I think it's Art Academy. Yeah, that's the one. Seeing that everywhere I go when they have DS games. Must have just sold for, I don't know, silly amounts of it. So my hometown of Sittingbourne, rubbish on the charity shop front, but Faversham, a lot better. Not brilliant titles, but some, which is a good thing. Well, no results there then. Here we go. Cheers, chin chin. Oh, that's nice.
So that concludes the pickup video for the local town. And of course, as you can see, it was a hot old day, very close. It was a bit stormy and all that. So a pint was much needed at the end of all that. Now, the charity shops on this trip were very, very, very disappointing. There was not a lot about at all, which was a real shame. But I'm beginning to find that more and more often now. They're very hit and miss. Sometimes you're lucky, sometimes you ain't. But hey, that's life in general. So anyway, first off, I'm going to do my CEX challenge. I went in the CEX shop and, of course, how many titles for a £5? So this is what I got. Little tally going on up there. So let's see. In no particular order. Let's start with the lowest values first. Okay. The very lowest value game was this. The Da Vinci Code. PlayStation 2. Know nothing about this game at all, but I really enjoyed the film. Sounds like it's a bit of a puzzler. Unlock the puzzles and all that sort of stuff. And as I work and run an escape room, hey, I should be pretty good at it. So, that was that one, which was a total of 50 pence. 50 pence. Next up, for a grand total of 75p. Wii U, not Wii U, Wii, Link's Crossbow Training. Hey, it's Zelda, it's Link, it's 75p. To be honest, I will put this on my Wii U, and I'll have a few games of this. It's a bit of a shooter, so should be quite good fun. Obviously, I always buy games with manuals. They have to be complete. If they haven't got it, then I ain't buying it. Next up, so that was 75p, that one. And next one, another Wii game, and this one here, Ghost Squad, right? Now, this was £1. One whole £1, but I've heard and read brilliant reviews about this. It's by Sega. Okay, and it's a shooter, so you'll be using, I'll also use this on the Wii U, because it'll upscale the graphics and stuff, and it's a shooter. It's by the same sort of Sega, so they've done House of the Dead and all that sort of stuff, but I have heard really good reviews about this, so that sounds like a good arcade shooter to me. And next up, two more games, okay, both PS3 titles, £1.50 this one. Dead Island, okay, Dead Island. It's the special edition. Don't know what's special about it, but it's zombies, it's an 18, and no doubt it'd be battering people, or sorry, dead people with baseball bats, I don't know, guns, the rest, I don't know. Have you played it? Let me know in the comments. Is it any good? And the final title was this, but I've got a confession to make.
A confession already?
I went over budget by only a small amount. So, it was this, which was also £1.50, and it was a Capcom game. You know me in Capcom. There it is. I'm a sucker for me Capcom. So, there you go. Dead Rising 2. Alright. Welcome to Fortune City. So, there we go. I'll be honest, it's a Capcom title. It's going to be good fun, isn't it? I've played the very first one, and I can't remember a lot about it. So, this is the second one. It just looks jolly good fun. So, that put me over budget, as you can see. Oh well, can't win them all. So I went over on the CEX challenge by 25 pence. So you at home, please let me know in the comments. Did I fail, or are you going to forgive me and let me pass?
Forgive me.
Alright, I did go over by 25p. Hey, what's that? It's 25 1p sweets. Hey, dentists would not be impressed. Anyway, as you saw in the game, in the video, that little shop there that I come across, very impressed with that little shop. I will be visiting it more often, but to be absolutely honest with you, I don't know how quick his stock rotates, so I really don't know if it's worth visiting that often, but I will pop in and see if it rotates. Anyway, I ended up buying a few games from him, so let's start off. This was PS3 titles. Got a few PS3 titles. I'm loving a PS3 again. It's really quality. Batman, Arkham City. Nothing rare about it, but it's Batman. It's got the Joker. It's got Harley Quinn. It's got Catwoman. What's not to love? I love me comics. I love me superheroes. And hey, Batman. Pretty awesome stuff. Also, Alien versus Predator. Look at that. Right. Sega game. I love aliens. And I love a Predator. So, what's not to love? And then there's this one. I've never played this. It's Injustice DC. Now, if you're a Marvel fanboy or a DC fanboy, personally, I've got to admit it, chaps, sorry to disappoint, but I am a DC fanboy with comic books. Films, DC needs to up its game sometimes, but hey. So I've got that Injustice. Bit of a fighting game.
think you can play as Joker and all that sort of stuff, and it looks really good. I know it's been a popular title. It was a popular title. So else to be getting that little shop there. And this is the last of the PS3 titles I picked up there. And this one, a quid, Facebreaker. Don't know a lot about it, but as you guys know, watch my videos regularly, know I do love a boxing game. I'm a sucker for them. So, hey, why not pick up Facebreaker? And next up, we go into some PS2 titles. Midway Arcade Treasures. Midway Arcade Games, what's not to love? I mean, you've got Paperboy, Joust, Gauntlet, Defender, Sprint, Spy Hunter, to name but a few. I think there's 30 in total on there. There's more than that, I think. Defender 2, etc. I mean, for example, Paperboy and Gauntlet, I always thought were Atari releases, but obviously Midway and then maybe licensed by Atari, etc. But one of you out there will know, so do let me know. Next up was this, Wipeout Fusion for PS2. I'll tell you what, there's been a big game hunt this was, right? Lord of the Rings, Return of the King. Okay, I think I mentioned that previously. Yes, I bought that again, so I've now got 2 copies of this. I've got a double of that now. I will have to start getting rid of my doubles. I've really got to start getting rid of my doubles. And then we've got this one. A Capcom game. There's that logo. And it's this, look at that. Maximo and versus the Army of Zin. The very first Maximo game, I remember my son having it on the PS2. If I remember, it was pretty cool. So, hopefully, that is just as good. Whew. Now, carrying on. Next up, a couple of games off eBay. These two I got, what we got here? Condemned 2 for Sega. Okay, PS3 game. My PS3 collection is growing. Horror title, 18. Got both of them now. So what else we got? This one here. Azura's Wrath. Again, a Capcom game. That's on Xbox 360, that one. Okay. Looks good. It's one that's going up in value quite a bit lately. A few other YouTubers have been mentioning it of late. Oh, then, some charity shops. Like I say, didn't find a lot in these, but I got this, a Nintendo DS game, Operation Vietnam. Looks like a, do you remember the game Commandos? Looks very similar to that from the screenshots. That's only my guess. I could be completely wrong. Next up, the original price was on this. WH Smith this was bought from. Fantastic 4 on PS2. Again, excuse me, as always, these are complete. Because I only buy complete games. Star Wars 2, Battlefront. These were a quid each in the charity shop. So I've got all 3 of those titles for £1. So next up, as you know, I've been mentioning it a few times. I've been starting to collect my Wii U titles, okay? I'm really enjoying the Wii U console in general. I have promised a video on that system. It is coming. It will get there. I just don't know when. But anyway, I've picked up some more games for the Wii U. So let's start. Right, okay, I've got this one here. Adventure Time. I don't know. I think it's a bit of a dungeon crawler. Fun and adventure away underground. Okay, again, all complete with manuals. Next one was this, and I paid £1.50 for this. Right, little story behind this. My brother was in Margate and he sent me a text and he said that I'm in Margate, CEX. Do you want to pick anything up? So I had a quick look online, checked their store, and I said, yeah, pick that one up for £1.50. Now, when he got to the counter, the bloke said to him, oh, that price wrong or something. But I've looked on the website and it's still showing £1.50. But if you look at eBay listings, which I'm showing, as you can see, this is going for more than £1.50. So you might want to jump on board with that one, guys. I don't know. Next up, I asked him to pick this one up for me. Wii U, of course. Batman. What's not to love? It's Batman. You know my thoughts on Batman and DC and all that sort of good stuff. And this was the third one I asked him to get me. Hyrule, the Warriors of Hyrule. £8. I still think Wii U titles are currently a good price. Okay, they're going to start to rise. Now, these Wii U games were a pretty awesome find, actually. They're all sealed, so they're all brand new and sealed. So the very first one I got here is Star Fox Zero, which is a sealed copy. But guess what? I haven't got one. I've got 2. 2 sealed copies of Star Fox Zero for the Wii U because they were a bloody good price and all. Next one was this. Another brand new sealed Super Mario Ultra Tennis or Ultra Smash Tennis. Brilliant game. I've got this on the Switch. and I can vouch for it. It's a great title. And finally, for the Wii U, again sealed, The Book of Unwritten Tales 2. It was on eBay. It was cheap. I couldn't let it go. I thought, I'll have that for the money. Why not? Okay, don't know anything about that title, but looks fun. It's an adventure game. And finally was this. This come from little OGDuffy, my son. Okay. We done a bit of a deal, and I'll talk to you about that at another time, because it's a great console we done a deal on. Yeah, I had to buy it. And this come with it, and it was this Nintendo 3DS Pokemon X. All complete, because he's a bit like he likes to look after his stuff. So that concludes that pickup for that day. Whew. And there was a lot of titles. Okay, so as always, thanks for watching. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, and let me know in the comments, what do you think about my pickups? Good, bad, some of the pricing good? I don't know. You know, let me have your thoughts. I was very pleased with them myself. And onwards and upwards. Here's to the next load of videos. Stay tuned, keep alert, because they're coming all the time. All right, look after yourself, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time. If you watch the video and you like what you see, don't forget to subscribe for more great videos. Thanks for watching.